This is a short tutorial about how to use some of the many zoom tools within Adobe Photoshop. A lot of these zoom tools actually transfer over to the other Creative Cloud applications like Illustrator and InDesign. But let's say if you want to actually focus in on a specific part of your design, like this tree right here. So what you can do is, one of the easiest ways is hold down Alt and use the scroll wheel, and then you can actually kind of just zoom in, find these scroll bars here, and you can move things around. And once I let go of Alt, I can use the regular scroll bars as a scroll as well. So that's one method, and I think that's one of the most effective. But if you go up to the View menu, you'll see that you have a whole slew of zoom tricks here. So you could do Control and the plus sign, you can do Control and the minus sign to go back out. One that I use a lot is Control 0, which is also under this list. It's called Fit on the Screen. And so Fit on the Screen really just makes it work. And then we know the zoom percentage by looking up here in this actual title bar. We can also look down here in the bottom left. And then as we start to make some changes, we just want to keep in mind what portion of the image are we actually looking at. So another trick here is if you actually have this zoom tool down here, the magnifying glass, you can single click, of course, and that will zoom in just a small bit at a time. But if you click and drag around what you're trying to zoom in on, that's called a zoom marquee. And this zoom marquee becomes really effective because when I let go, it snaps the zoom to whatever I was making the marquee around. Now it's at 148%. And if I did it again, maybe get the top half of this tree. See, now I can keep zooming in on just what I want, and I can really focus the screen that way. If I go ahead, I'm going to hit a Control 0 here to fit back on the screen. So another method is, of course, you have the hand tool if you need to actually move some things around. But let's say I'm using the zoom tool first, and I focus on my tree again here using the marquee. And then I'm using some other tools. Well, if you hold down spacebar and you see the hand actually show up, then you can just move your screen around, scrolling and becoming really just a nice versatile way to scroll instead of having to use the scroll bars. So a combination of zoom marquee and then the hand tool is really effective. Last but not least, under Window menu, you also have the Navigator panel. And the Navigator panel is a whole new panel that you can make a little bit bigger, but what it shows you here is this red box represents the actual screen that you have currently open, but it gives you a good idea of where you are within the grand scheme of the entire design. So sometimes you're working on really large designs. This has become really effective so that you can kind of see where you are instead of getting maybe a little lost in there. Also, if you put your cursor over it, notice the hand again. And now I can easily zoom around this way to refocus my screen while staying at the exact same zoom percentage. When I'm outside of this red box in this panel, I see the hand with the pointer, which just allows me to kind of quickly point on something and jump the screen. And last but not least, I have my sliding zoom down here at the bottom, and you can see the red box adjusting as well. I'm going to go back to Control 0 so I'm fit back on the screen. And there's a couple useful hints for you of how to use some of the zoom tricks. Hope that's helpful, and I hope you get to use them immediately. Enjoy.